Hello, APA students. Hi, my name is Mrs. Burgess. I am a fourth grade teacher at the APA Las Vegas campus. I am so excited to be here today to help teach lesson 5 for our respiratory science unit. At this point, you should have your packet in front of you, and you should have completed review questions 1 through 13 or done exactly what your teacher asked you to do. So please make sure you take time to make those review questions complete, and then we're going to start our lesson, and we'll have some homework questions at the end. I'm going to start with word attack like we always do. I'm going to combine lists 1 and 2 into one large list. So touch column 1, touch. That first word is nicotine. What word? Yes, nicotine. Next word, bronchitis. What word? Yes, bronchitis. Next word, pneumonia. What word? Yes, pneumonia. Next word, asthma. What word? Yes, asthma. Next word, cancer. What word? Yes, cancer. Here we go. First word, what word? Yes, nicotine. Next word, what word? Yes, bronchitis. Next word, what word? Yes, pneumonia. Next word, what word? Yes, asthma. Last word, what word? Yes, cancer. Here we go. Top to bottom, bottom to top, and begin. Nicotine, bronchitis, pneumonia, asthma, cancer, cancer, asthma, pneumonia, bronchitis, nicotine. Well done, friends. We're going to learn a new vocabulary word. Touch, nicotine, touch. Yes, our word is nicotine. It is the addictive drug found in cigarettes. Nicotine is the addictive drug found in cigarettes. Class, what do we call the addictive drug found in cigarettes? Yes, nicotine. Put that in your memory bank. We're going to use that a little bit later. So nicotine, again, is the addictive drug found in cigarettes. We're here today to talk about healthy lungs and what to do to keep your lungs healthy. Now, we all know that our lungs are absolutely amazing. They let us breathe, talk to our friends, shout or cheer at a game. Some of us can sing. Some of us can laugh, cry. They're even helping me teach right now. My lungs are allowing me to teach you. Now, when you are engaged in activity like running a mile, for example, your lungs and your brain work hand in hand. And your brain expects your lungs and tells your lungs to work harder, breathing in more air and expelling more carbon dioxide to work more efficiently. So your brain and your lungs work hand in hand. Now, keeping your lungs super healthy is very important, right? They do a lot of hard work for our bodies. One of the ways that you can keep your lungs pink and healthy is to avoid cigarettes. Do not smoke. So to keep your lungs healthy, you are not going to smoke. To keep your lungs healthy, you're going to do what? Get ready. Yes, not smoke. So let's talk about why you're not going to smoke. When you inhale cigarettes, when you're smoking a cigarette and you inhale, you're inhaling the smoke. Now, the smoke travels down your trachea. And remember, we have those little guardians called the cilia right here trying to trap debris and material. Well, they're not familiar with cigarette smoke. This is a foreign substance. And so they start to break down. And your cilia can no longer protect your trachea or act as a filter for your lungs. So cigarette smoke starts by hurting your cilia and your trachea. As that cigarette smoke travels down and gets into your lungs because you're breathing it in, the alveoli, or alveoli, as some people like to call it, the alveoli actually they react negatively as well. And they can either start to break down or they can get destroyed entirely. Now remember, the alveoli has a very important job. That's where all the fresh oxygen collects. And that's where the capillaries come in to grab that oxygen and start delivering it through the rest of our body. So if those alveoli become damaged, they're either not able to contain as much oxygen or they're not able to contain any oxygen. And with lack of oxygen, it becomes difficult to breathe. Okay, so cigarettes come in, they damage the cilia in the trachea. They damage the what? Yes, the cilia in the what? Yes, in the trachea. So in the trachea, then it comes down into your alveoli, the little tiny sacs, air sacs, right? And it either damages or destroys the alveoli. So that's an issue, right? That's definitely an issue. So cigarette smoke can also come in and damage the cells. And so when it makes the cells angry enough, the cells to start dividing rapidly and creating more angry cells. And those angry cells actually have a name. They're called cancer. And once that cigarette smoke has aggravated enough cells, the cancer starts growing in a person's body, and it starts preventing new cells from generating. And so the cancer cells get bigger, the healthy cells get smaller, and then the cancer cells take over, and a person becomes very, very sick. Okay, so when you're smoking cigarettes, you breathe it in through your nose, it hurts your cili, it hurts your alveoli, and then it can cause cancer. So if you want to stay healthy, the first thing you're going to do is not smoke. The first thing you're going to do is do what? Not smoke. A second thing you can do to make your lungs stay healthy or help your lungs stay healthy is exercise. So if I were to lift a weight over and over and over again with my right arm, do you think my right arm would become stronger? Yes, it would become stronger because I'm using it more. The same happens with your lungs. If you use your lungs more because you're exercising vigorously or with intensity, then your lungs are going to be used more often and they're going to become stronger. And stronger lungs are better lungs. They can push the oxygen through the system. They can take in more oxygen. They can push the carbon dioxide out more efficiently. So using your lungs during exercise helps to grow stronger and healthier lungs. So that's the second thing. We talked about not smoking is the first thing to keep your lungs healthy. The second thing is to exercise regularly. Now, remember, there are lots of things that cigarettes can do to harm our body. But here's a fun fact about cigarettes. There are over 3,000 chemicals in cigarettes. How many chemicals? Yes, 3,000. And one of those chemicals is the addictive drug called nicotine. So in addition to all the other chemicals that are in cigarettes, which we don't want in our bodies, there is the addictive substance called nicotine. Called what? Yes, nicotine. Nicotine is, once it gets in your system, your body wants more and more cigarettes. So the people who make cigarettes put that additive in there, the nicotine, so that people want to smoke more. And so then they buy more cigarettes and then the cigarette companies get more money. That's how it works. Yeah. So nicotine is horrible for your body. It makes your body think it needs cigarettes, even though it doesn't. We know it doesn't. We don't need cigarettes right now, right? Our body doesn't need that. So let's talk about how we're going to do our homework. Okay, we have 5 questions that we need to answer. The first one, you're going to have to remember, I just told you this fun fact. You're going to need to remember about how many chemicals are found in cigarettes. That's the first question. The second question is, you need to tell me the 2 things we talked about that will help, that you can do to keep your lungs healthy. There are 2 things we talked about them. Hopefully you remember. Okay. And then you're going to have to tell me again the name of the addictive drug found in cigarettes, which I think you know by now. Now, number 4, we didn't talk about in this lesson, but we sort of referred to it because there is a close relationship between the alveoli and this blood vessel, the tiniest of all blood vessels. So this is the blood vessel that comes into the alveoli and grabs the oxygen. So you're going to need to remember the name of these tiny blood vessels. And in the last sentence, in the last question, I'm going to need you to tell me in your own words what you think would happen if the alveolar sacs were damaged due to cigarette smoking. I gave you one idea. It causes angry cells. That's your hint. And then there are others as well. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I certainly enjoyed teaching it. I will be back for lesson 6, so I will look for you then. If you have any questions, please reach out to your homeroom teacher and enjoy the process because every day your lungs are working hard for you. Have a great day, friends. Take care.